appropriate that it's Raging Potato that's doing it. Like, this guy's been playing Dota forever, and
Yeah.
innovating and like making huge plays. Like when I think about Southeast Asian Dota, he's definitely one of those guys that just comes to mind of like embodiment truly of the spirit of the region. So
Yes.
very curious to see how it goes.
What I'm hearing is you say he throws games every now and then.
Listen, I wasn't gonna say it. I was trying to stay positive. Bane playing with Ninja Boogie this time around. Oh my God, up top already, bringing the kill.
Yeah, that was the worry Fear had. Iogyro can just run over some lanes, and it's not the Ember dying, it's the Coddle, but it's a bad sign of how this top lane can go if they're already getting a first blood.
Yeah, that's just with homing missile right clicks. Like, they didn't even have level 2 yet. So definitely a big punish there, and Afu gonna need to play a little bit more careful here, most likely, although he will be able to throw out one of the eliminate spams. Some pretty good damage there onto Gabby.
And you can see how strong Gabby feels. I think Leshrac seems to do well in these spirit matchups when you get level 6 first, like a Storm or Void Spear. With any of the spirits, Ember, they rely on their level 6s to run away from Pulse Nova. And Storm's gonna hit level 6 with the Io backup. They're baiting mid.
Yeah, this is really good. With Zephyr moving in as well, they're going to try and run down Moon. Will it be enough? Oh,
Moon's hoping to maybe keep farming a little bit more, at least to get his hood up as a tool to try to push objectives with. But mid lane, Ninja Boogie going to get caught out, it seems.
Does have the Brain Sap and a Nightmare, but not going to throw it. It's already on Zephyr. So they will get that kill. So 3-0 start for T1. Not bad.
Potential retaliation, though. Raging Potatoes rotated, but all he needs to do is siphon and Cuckoo's out of there. SMG just lacking the damage and the lockdown in that situation, even with the 2 points in the chains.
Yeah, mid 1. I mean, a Boundless Strike could look good afterwards. There's no silence on Death Prophet, but with level 6, this might be the opportunity to try and go to push down this tower a little bit.
Everyone seems to know. He's already morphed strength.
Yeah, he's getting out of there.
Yeah. Even before that initiation, he was getting, he was on 300 health. He's like, I'll get up to like 500 or 600. Heal myself up a bit.
But again, not like the fastest moves around the map trying to go for a ton of kills, it feels like. More just jockeying for position. Is Afu? Does he find the right tree? Nah, not going to get it that time.
Zephyr, cool as a cucumber. He just stays there.
Oh
2 missed in a row.
And Afu, they turn. The sleep is off to the side. Cuckoo wants to run at this one. They're able to get Afu out for the moment. Ninja Boogie does have another Brain Sap and 6 stick charges, but it's a lot of damage coming in from that exorcism. Will they be able to go for it? Maybe another one afterwards. Afu in some more trouble, and they get 2. Mid 1 turns now, seeing if he can make something happen against Zephyr, and they will be able to find that route. And no relocate this time from the IO. So they get 1 in return and get some earn charges on board.
Okay. It supports trading lives, but mid lane, the bigger kill, Moon, he cannot afford to go down here. That'd be a huge one for Carl, but he does have just enough health to survive through. It still had lots of 1 charges, so it looks like he was going to be more than okay there.
Yeah, gets the bottle refill afterwards, so we'll see where they decide to go now. But this is the combo, right? You've got both the Coddle Ember and then also Coddle Leshrac. They've got ridiculous amounts of spam, but again, they kind of need to get
Want to make plays early on, and I think the SMG way is the 4 non-mid 1 heroes are always looking to fight, push towers, and create space for mid 1, so he's going for the most cost-effective early game item possible.
And up top now, they found him. Zephyr caught. Gabby is over to the side trying to bring down Moon, and actually pops the Invis rune, and that's going to keep him alive. Moon thinking about turning. Oh, wait, he's got the Pulse Nova going still. Trying to burn them through with Invis, but Afu down low and going to die. So the 4-0-1 and just hasn't looked back since a good early game.
Yeah, he's not known necessarily for Storm as one of his big signature heroes, but showing he's more than capable of putting up a good showing here. Just making all the right moves, and now they're going to pressure this T1 tower.
Oh,
great Boundless Strike
timing
into
and
silence.
the silence afterwards, trying to keep him alive. A Raging Potato going to fall, and then immediately afterwards onto the tower. But Moon over to the side, wanting to do a lot of damage there onto Whitemon, able to find him with the tumblers. So he's Zephyr up on the high ground, and well, he's just going to have to get out of that ulti because Moon was going to kill him otherwise. So they keep their tower alive. I mean, that's pretty good against the DP Exorcism.
Yeah, I think overall solid play from both teams. The way T1 initiated with the Boundless Strike into the Death Prophet Silence was very clean, but then SMG were very fast to respond. They brought all their cores to defend. Even the Morphling comes in to defend. I mean, he's pretty strong. If he can morph into someone and take a fight, you know, they can turn these things. So now SMG feeling like they can go back the other way. No Exorcism. They want this T1 mid.
This would be huge if they could get it for themselves. And Moon has another round of Diabolic Edict. Over on the side, they find Zephyr, actually. So Ninja Boogie and Raging Potato playing together, and the pull, Ninja Boogie nightmares himself, not able to dodge enough of the damage. And now Raging Potato remnants out. Will he be able to escape? It looks like he will. And in the meantime, mid tower's gone.
Space, yeah. Bane, I wouldn't say it cripples any of these heroes too much. Definitely Leshrac, you burn through the mana pool, he's just doing less damage, less Pulse Nova. But it's always this item where if you see your opponent's going to be playing fast tempo running you, you want an early game fighting item.
Oh, sleep onto one and the catch on the other. Oh, the turn, it's enough for the kill. They bring down the storm and it costs Ninja Boogie his life, but now mid one, now he's low on mana. A Diffusal Blade pretty strong, but Moon in the area, able to turn it now. Moon doing a ton of damage to reach field. They get the reload out.
No.
Moon hoping to escape from this, and he won't be able to. So Cuckoo playing a little bit of cleanup there. Now Zephyr right on top of Raging Potato, turning for the fight, but it's not going to be enough. He goes down on the Monkey King, and Afu ends up also falling. Cuckoo, is he going to get an ultra kill here at 15 minutes? Thinking about diving a bit more.
Joining everyone. That Spirit Vessel, ooh, doesn't quite tick him down.
Oh, that was close. That was very, very close. And now thinking about going for round 2 of this.
I don't think they've got the damage to kill Cuckoo.
I don't think so.
He's trying to heal himself up with the urn charges, but that's a losing battle against Cuckoo. Huge team fight. I think more like the Exorcism damage was hitting him, because he was out of there, I thought.
Yeah, it was very weird.
Found another.
I've seen this story before. Nightmare, pushback, and he ends up going down. It's interesting, though, right? I think that if you sort of keep an eye on some of the changes that have been going on as well, the Bane changes where all of that starts because he's able to get the grip off, and the Fiend's grip, like cast point, has been reduced relatively recently, so you can actually get it between zips if the Storm isn't careful. So kind of, you know, well, they find Raging Potato and get the kill. But you talk a little bit about, you know, Carl maybe having not played it recently.
In 6, he makes some big plays. Like killing the Storm there was really nice.
Yeah. Well, and now still they need to pull themselves out of this hole. It's 4,000 net worth into the favor of T1. A lot of that being just the Cuckoo performance that we've seen so far, but does get caught. This would be a big kill for them if they can get it. And the big zip in from downtown. He pulls over there instead of Ninja Boogie. He pulls onto the Lesh. That does get a kill on the Moon. But now Afu also going down, and Raging Potato hanging out in no man's land. Has to get out of there for sure.
No
Zephyr is on him.
Just the one in the river.
And will they be able to find this kill into Raging Potato? Find as much time as possible. And Rooted trying to walk away still. The missile's coming in, but yeah, the Boundless Strike ends all that.
Yeah, going to struggle a little bit to team fight. Raging Potato is not even close or hasn't started working his. He's only just now got his Vessel, which does help him tank up a bit more, but I think particularly from Moon, he's, you know, thinking more about a BKB timing before they try and take any big team fight, which gives T1 an opening. They're ready to go.
Ooh, good remnant through. Breaks the tree at the same time as well. Now Moon see if he can get the kill into Zephyr, and we'll get it. Cuckoo on the other side, and there's the grip. They got him caught in a lot of trouble, but will they be able to bring him down? Oh, it's not like quite looking like it. Cuckoo lives through it all. And now Moon gets turned upon. They find 4. Cuckoo is just too strong.
Yeah. He survives too long, and then when you've got a relocate from an Io with a Gyro, who's, you know, this Gyro is super strong too. BKB Diffusal already, 2,000 health. They've got no answers for Gabby when he comes relocating in, so even if Cuckoo dies there, they're going to clean out. So all he has to do is survive as long as possible. In this case, he lives, and T1 secure themselves Roshan. Just really good play all around from the T1 squad.
IO gold lead. It's looking really good for T1 here.
It's always so hard to play from behind into IOs because it feels like you can't farm the map because of the relocate threat. Moon in trouble.
And yet again, I mean, tries to do what he can to stay alive as long as possible, but it was an inevitability, and now they find the rest of him as well. Ninja Boogie just respawned and is dead again. And T1 just continue this dominance. They got the
Following
missile
the
on
homing
Ranger
missile.
Potato.
Yeah, they know where he is. They're just tracking it.
And they got him. Now the jump in, the relocate afterwards. Oh, Raging Potato. It wasn't meant to be. A double kill for Gabby.
In Division 2, incredibly strong because Io just, Storm's damage comes from his mana pool, and Io can give more. But it's also great because these heroes are both global. Oh god, mid one dying. That's things just going from bad to worse now for SMG.
Yeah, all that was the silence, and then the stun afterwards. The BKB, I think, had not, or maybe it had been delivered, but regardless, they don't end up being able to keep him alive. So mid one down, they farmed a triple stack that was in SMG's triangle, and Ninja Boogie just inside of range of that sentry. Gabby is godlike, and oh man.
He thought he had a Shadow Amulet grip play. He knew Carl was headed his way. But unfortunately for him, there was a sentry there, which meant he's just a free kill for Carl, and they may be looking to go high ground fairly soon. The Aegis still has a couple minutes on it. They don't have the best high ground pushing draft, and there's no rush for them. They can very much just play the game of, we're going to camp outside your base. Anyone who leaves, we hunt down. Because, yeah, I was saying before, Io, relocate, global potential. Storm, same thing. Monkey King, similar thing with the tree dance. You just move around the map so incredibly fast. Nobody can farm safely anywhere on SMG.
Carl's just playing with him right now. The smoke up comes afterwards, but Zephyr, he's going to break it. Slight chains does connect. Can they go for the kill, though? There's nothing there. It's just, there's not an option. Maybe down bottom, Whitemon and Gabby, they showed for a second on the creep wave.
I like the smoke towards Io Gyro because they're often alone. The problem is they're getting picked off in the backlines here. Raging Potato's down, and I don't think you've got the tools to kill an Io Gyro, even with 4 heroes.
Oh, no. And Moon looks for something. Waveform, the full blast, it's enough. That's Aegis. Cuckoo now turned upon with the BKB. He's feared now on Moon, has to run away from them. Afu also in trouble. Carl, they come in one by one. The buyback now from Ninja Boogie, who's trying to make something happen, if anything at all. But I'm just not sure if they're going to have it in time. As a tier 2 tower is going to drop. They have a buyback still on Lesh. Zephyr.
Ninja Boogie's invis. He's looking for a grip.
Oh, don't let those spirits hit him. And the grip there. Oh, nothing to break it. Boundless, joke up in a second. Ninja Boogie is eventually going to get brought down yet again. Alfu also falls. It was cute, but in the end, it was not enough. And, well, BKB afterwards. Mid one's also going to get chased down by Gabby. Oh, Raging Potato in for another round. Not going to happen. It's going to live. Unreal.
Not even the IO. It's, T1 just such an overwhelming lead, and they understand that they just have to stick together and commit to fighting as one. And even with the surprise of
there's some of those disappointing spawn. Well, mid one found it again. That's the BKB, but they're on to Moon. And nowhere left to go. Mid one tries to get out of there. Can he escape? It looks like he will. But on the other side, they will also manage to get away with the rest of them. So,
oh, Coddle. Careful, there's a gyro down there, but have to BKB TP out. And, fortunately, the relocate was on cooldown because he'd used it for a little fountain trip. So that meant there was no Gabby for the physical damage. That may have been enough to bring down the Morphling, but that was no Io Gyro. So that was like only 3 T1 heroes, and they just completely run SMG out of their jungle. Mid into a silence.
Spirit Vessel, it's tough. There's so much damage. It's magical just on top of all of these heroes, and Ninja Boogie's dead again. Beyond godlike Gabby, and I don't see that many signs of stopping. They've got the wards down in the base now. They've got a creep wave that's there, and a big jump in. They find Afu again, because why not? Carl gets the kill.
High five.
There.
Give him the high five.
High five, a little taunt. Looking good.
I love it. Doing some, animation canceling there in their face, in their base.
And they find mid one again. That time stunned for a while. Not going to get brought down, but Moon on the other side, just the physical damage coming out from this gyrocopter is devastating. And Moon will manage to get back, but their racks, they can't run away, and they are going to go into the dirt.
T1 just playing with some swagger now. Like, you can see they're having a good time and feeling really confident, but in a controlled way. Like, the Storm jumps in there, knows he can kill the Carl and BKB out. He's not doing, like, the reckless dive.
We might have to hold that thought again, because Zephyr is scouting people. He's ready. Oh, Boundless Strike onto 2. Finds Moon. Afu there as well. Cuckoo takes down one off to the side, getting beat down by mid one a little bit. But mid one trying to stay alive through all of this. There's not enough reach in for him. Will they be able to do it? Trying to kill them all off, but it's not quite there. Everybody's dead, and GG is gonna be called. T1 pull it out in this game number 1.
45 kills in 29 minutes. That is some fast-paced, aggressive Dota coming from the T1 side, using this Storm. And
Foe's gonna have as bad of a game as Fear was talking about during the draft.
it looks rough, but I feel like Cuckoo has a way of making these like picks that you kind of question work. He's just like a very mechanically sound player. His laning stage I always feel like goes really well. And he's got, what, a 4-position Bane, so he's got a pretty solid support to back him up. I think the lane actually will go okay-ish. I could be totally wrong on that. But it's rough. It's very rough. Carl can just, secure range creeps with ice shards and whatnot. And if he dodges these split earths, he should actually be in a pretty good spot to at least get an, like, 40-60 farm trade, maybe.
Okay. Really something to watch for. And then, of course, the small camp has not been blocked on other teams, either of the mid laners. So
White One's owning bottom, by the way. He's just like zoning out 2 heroes, killing couriers. He may get a first blood here.
Whoa, Afu chased down through the trees, has the movement speed advantage, and gets them. Okay. Very nice start.
Abaddon's just running at people. Now he's level 2, so he's got Curse of Abaddon, and it's Caustic Finale. Is he going to get 2 kills here? No. With the TP in, he was going to let the Sand King go, but he's going to keep zoning. He's 1v2, but he is stronger than these 2 heroes right now.
Yeah,
level 1
he's
Sand King.
quite stronger. And I mean, they're underneath the tower right now as well, so they're getting that extra little protection.
Soon with his bottle empty, but got to imagine Moon is going to make sure he camps one of the runes as well, because he himself is
up top.
In position. Oh.
Nicely played there. So Zephyr able to come on in and get some kill action, and also punch away at mid one with the double creeps underneath the tower. So this top lane going pretty well. And
at first it was green, and then right at the end before the scan expired, it ticked red, so he knows Afu's here. And a very good time to rotate from Afu, knowing that the Leshrac 6 has a ton of kill threat, and if he doesn't defend the tower, you just edict it down and start pressuring it with the catapult.
Lightmon comes on in, trying to help him, but I mean, this is not an easy help by any stretch of the imagination. Although the creep wave, it's about to die, and that's going to give him 6. It's not quite dead yet, though. And Snowball save for the moment. Did he get it off of that? He did.
6.
Walrus Punch, not quite enough damage. Moon living through this just barely, but with the right clicks, it will eventually be enough. Zephyr barely surviving through that one as well, and Afu just turns, almost kills him. Zephyr, oh no, he could have just walked away. And then the TP out, not going to happen. So they do at least get that kill, the haste rune, making sure that Carl can get action in.
Yeah, smart from Cole to just run up and grab the rune there. I think poor Bane didn't quite realize that Tusk needed to like dip out and come back in. They would have gotten that kill regardless, but they're not done. Carl, on the move.
Good rotation here, recognizing that danger, and they get the kill. So with the last little remnants of the haste
on Carl mid, there's no tower to TP do to help him out, and with the silence,
it comes through the stun there afterwards, and he's gonna go down. So easy kill. Talked about that much. Raging Potato down bottom is getting gone on. Doesn't have Sandstorm for another 10 seconds, but gets the cut through the trees. They drop down vision and eventually are going to cook up that potato. Ninja Boogie dies up on the top side of the map as well.
It was a Reaper kill, it looks like. He's dead for a little while. But mid one now, exposed under his tower, has a lot of 1 charges, and the question here for T1 is going to be like, okay, if we dive this, who can TP, and is it a problem for us? Sand King about to respawn. Leshrac has a TP. They want to go for this.
Moon is here already. This is going to be a disaster. And Cuckoo tries to get away, but to no avail. Good recognition by SMG.
Yeah, and it's, it's good. It's definitely a win there for SMG, but for T1, you're saying, okay, we forced 4 heroes top. Like, that's kind of an inefficient move in some ways from them. Obviously, keeping your carry alive and getting a kill on an enemy core is always nice, but as long as T1 are getting farm elsewhere on the map, they should be okay with this. Like, Gabby knows it's just a solo Sand King down bottom and he can farm the lane, whereas typically he may be forced into the jungle. But he can Raging Potato. He may be in some trouble down here. There's a collapse coming his way.
Round 2 of this one. And yeah, hoping to escape, but the shards are there. They got him in, and the dust already out. Means it's more than enough damage for another kill there onto Raging Potato. I was just about to talk about how he was like needing to get strong and making a move. Dyer immediately scanning. It looks like it might be a little bit too early. Is it going to turn red on them? It does. So they know that this rotation's coming right at the end there. All right, heads up play by SMG, but it might be too late. Mid
Moon's
one.
gonna pop it. Moon?
Underneath the tower, Carl right on top of him, but the silence onto both. Trying to make a little bit of extra play. The stun is there, and now the rotation in from Moon. Carl trying to get away, and they're keeping mid one alive, just barely, and they will find and kill the Tusk as well.
Yeah. This time around, they make it really worth their while. SMG bringing not 4, but 5 heroes this time. And as soon as T1 realized that, like, yeah, we got to get out, they kind of tried to initiate on Moon's Leshrac to the south while they were dying top. And they're not done. Zephyr doesn't get hit by the Burrow Strike, but the Ink Swell will catch him.
Yeah, and then the slowdown comes on in. The right clicks are there from mid one, and they're ready to go again. So SMG making some solid
map control and potentially contest this Ancients on the Radiant side, the triangle. It's only a double stack for now, but you want to take that farm away from the Luna if possible.
It definitely feels like they're trying to run against the clock right now, but this is big. Raging Potato looks for the jump, but he gets the blink broken. Oh, what a play. Carl got it with the shards. It's going to get saved at the last second, but so much of that damage just isn't going to be done.
They find new targets, though.
Zephyr looking now. Moon, Carl wants to chase in, but he's taking way too much damage. The Reaper Scythe is there, and no save. Ninja Boogie was a little bit too far away. Gabby getting chased by mid one. Marksmanship doing some pretty good work. Afu's on the other side and getting boiled down. A couple more punches is all they need. They get him and off to the side. They will eventually find a kill onto Gabby. The rest of T1 has to back out. Mid one slowing them down. Look at all these right clicks coming in, and actually Ninja Boogie finds the finish. So these slow, steady fights normally favoring Necrophos. It's not this time. Zephyr off to the side, gets the Nightmare on the Drown. Need to trade it back over. Gets on to mid one. Trade back the other direction. Good swap over, but it's not going to be enough. Carl, the right clicks are there. They took the fight too close to the tier 2 tower. Still, Oracle doing a ton of damage there, almost killing Carl. A double for Ninja Boogie. That's 3 in this fight. Redemption for the poor man himself. And now the turn. Raging Potato is thinking about not going to happen. Burrow Strike, Moonwalks back in. Everybody's dying. Everybody wants to get in on the action. And now steal the stacks too.
It seemed like SMG bit off more than they can chew, but they kept, even though mid one dies there, he was getting
sort of slow, steady bits of damage coming in. Gabby found yet again, jumps in. Burrow Strike is there. Epicenter afterwards. Do they have enough? Oh, but the Phonic Shield. Gabby actually gets away. And now Abba pops the ulti. Have they gone a bit too far? Oh, Moon right on the wrong side of the shards. And now Raging Potato tries to Burrow Strike out of there, and it looks like he will escape. Okay, we are 25 kills in 14 minutes. They're definitely off to if he does decide to go for like a blink rush, is he's just gonna die the same way he's dying right now. And Zephyr going to Nightmare himself, try and stay alive, but eventually they will be able to bring down that Bane again. And pressure onto the tier 2 tower, and not a clean response right now from T1. They're gonna lose this tower.
T1 don't feel like they're ready to fight, and I think rightfully so. They need a BKB on Luna. But losing a tier 2 tower means losing your outpost, and things start to look a little bit more grim. But I think T1 recognizing, like, they're playing around Roshan. They see that as a more key objective. Not that they're securing Roche, but you don't want to give that to SMG with how aggressive their draft plays. Not to mention, yeah, just waiting for some key items. Like, Necro finishes a pipe. That's not going to completely save Cuckoo's game. I think he's still in for a world of pain, but at least it's something for an upcoming team fight.
These,
bottom. Are they going for this?
Gabby, this would be a big kill if they get it, but BKB out. And now a turn. Afu in trouble. Gonna die to Carl. Raging Potato tries to get away, has another Burrow Strike, but the grip is there. He's gonna get brought down.
Good punish. I guess they thought they had the damage even through BKB because, you know, it's not really worth it just to force BKB.
Point if you're T1, or are you still waiting for more items?
I think you want to contest Roshan. It may be tricky. Mid one has a double damage, but I think the answer has got to be yes when you're talking about Roshan. They're at least close-ish on gold, but they got to get there fast. They're being scanned, so they also just don't seem to realize that maybe Roche is going on, or if they do realize, they're not going for it. So free Roche going SMG's way.
Yeah, that's huge. That's really good for them. And immediately smoke up afterwards. Down bottom, Carl is right on top of a ward, so they know where he's at. and are beelining for him immediately. We'll see if Carl picks up on this or not.
Yeah. It's not like the dream kill to go for because it's so far away. Like, you're going to the worst place on the map to be, the far right side. Like, all the Radiant objectives and towers, like, it's their Ancients, it's their triangle. But if you kill Carl, this is worth it. If you don't, you're going to quickly feel like you're wasting a lot of time.
Well, they spot him. Afu. Oh, no, just right at the edge of the... They get him. Okay. So they do manage to find and kill off this Tusk, most likely, as he is trying to get out of their face. So it's Piggy. Piggy. Nice. Yeah, they got him.
Dunzo. Oh, you know. Took a bit of time. But yeah, that is still a mid laner. Like, yeah, you only like, okay, it's a Tusk creating space, but like, that's their mid. So definitely not a good sign for T1. But great job by SMG sniffing him out in the trees there, figuring out where he is. And they're not done yet.
Oh my god. Yeah, wait, that's real? Gabby in trouble in the
it.
marksmanship. Just no armor at all. Needs one more hit. Raging Potato looking for the chase, but Zephyr there with the grip. That keeps him alive. Now Reaper's Sight. Oh, but he gets it off in time. Ninja Boogie right on point and able to keep Raging Potato alive. Now Zephyr in some more trouble as the Burrow Strike is out. And eventually the trade over the Nightmare for the kill.
And Gabby's just like hightailing it out there. He's running top. He's like, I don't want anything to do with this fight. But SMG just, yeah, it's, if Oracle's there in position with the save, like, you're just not killing anyone. You can't rely on the Reaper. The magic damage burst is just not going to really be able to come out. And now SMG, they smell blood, they smell Cuckoo.
Cuckoo gonna drop as well. Not a chance in the world to get out of there. I mean, they are really abusing this hero right now. And yeah. I mean, I don't know what you do. It's a 4,000 gold lead. SMG, they've got free reign of the map. Tier 2 tower again gonna fall. And Aegis is still got 3 minutes left.
They can just use this to keep taking any fight, play on the enemy side of the map, farm their Ancients, and also just go high ground. They say, all right, let's go. Arcane Rin Leshrac, we've got Edict to push with. Let's go.
God, Carl needs so much more money. He is so broke. Oh, man. Tries to get out of there. Silence is out. And will they be able to do anything here? Mid one? Taking some damage, but Ninja Boogie is there. I mean, he's still got a Holy Locket, too, this early on. Ooh, tried to save, but not able to get him. No false promise.
Yeah, with the false promise on cooldown, you know, they're able to try and chase and make something happen here, but unfortunately for Carl, without a blink and no BKB means he can't just go, you know, he could try snowball him, but could just lead to his death. In that top net worth position, but we're gonna have to see how much it counts for, because SMG are ready to make a play here on the high ground mid.
Oh, Raging Potato finds them both right at the start, but the save, it's there. They were ready immediately. Now the turn. Good shards afterwards. Cuckoo ends up going down. They didn't have anything to save him, and immediately the Fiend's grip is taken off. Dude, they just do not have an answer.
Aegis is expiring, but no, still have the glyph there. They're going to deny the tier 4 tower. They want to go back in, even with the Aegis expiring. Just Ninja Boogie played that fight so well. False Promise on one, Fate's Edict on another. He saved 2 of his teammates with his play that fight.
And it does, I mean, as you mentioned, those abilities being down leaves an opening here. At the very least, a potential for one. Good chunk of damage there onto Moon. The Eclipse as well. Will it be enough with the Reaper Sight that is? Fate's Edict still on cooldown. Okay, T1 finding a little bit of mojo here, and Ninja Boogie is also going to drop. They went in too far. Good one's got to get the heck out of here, as Afu is trying to TP out. Will be able to.
Vision.
Cuckoo, can't quite get him.
Yeah, and Carl was a bit far for the snowball. He was actually in. Carl doing what he can, clearing waves, not putting himself in any danger. And SMG doing the same thing, this mid lane. They know they need to keep these lanes pressured because their goal is to try and find a way to secure themselves Roshan. I don't think they're too afraid of T1 going to the pit. Like, Lunik does Rosh okay, but I think they feel like they can just keep pressuring away. Bring Epicenter in!
Right away. The leash there, and then the Yule's up onto both. Whoa, weird. This is not the fight that I think they wanted. They were hoping to get a pick off there.
But they did force out a BKB on the Tusk, though, so that's one less BKB to worry about. And they immediately smoke up. They're going to be looking for that next initiation. And with creep waves pressuring bottom, like, T1 is so laser focused on this Rosh that at some point they're going to have to defend their high ground.
I mean, if they get this Rosh for... do they know?
That's huge. They're drumming. They're killing this pretty fast.
They're not going to get there in time. Oh, my God, SMG. Oh, that really hurts.
Free shard.
Oh, they're too far away. Raging Potato, he's getting close. It's actually
still might
dropping
fight,
not quite as quickly. Looking for it. Raging Potato wants to jump in, but no, he's not able to get it. The Blink Dagger was broken. Just barely. Not going to get there in time for SMG. Oh, that hurts.
Yeah. I'm surprised SMG let that happen. I mean, they themselves will be kicking themselves in the foot for it. Just a bit of a miscalculation on their part, and a great job from T1 recognizing, hey, they're not here. They showed bottom. They smoked up, but Leshrac was on the way. They're going to get a Bane mid. No
Snowball.
Snowball save. He could turn this.
Thinking about it. Silence there onto both of them now. Then one, he's not able to connect onto Zephyr. Moon now goes into both of them. This fight has gotten very strange. Moon has to back away because he's getting a little bit isolated away from the rest of the team, but no, instead they jump in and they find the kill onto Carl. So still, in spite of being down in Aegis, SMG are not actually going to play defensively.
I like it. Like, they catch Hero's out position. Going high ground is going to be so difficult with Gabby on the front line, so he can just throw out these Lucent Beams now with the Ag Shard, which is really nice for defending, but he needs the
They
shields.
just jump and try and bring him down. Nightmare afterwards. Gabby dead. That's one life, but now the turn. Oh, Cuckoo tries to get away, barely able to survive through that one. Okay, SMG is still so strong right now.
Raging Potato, he goes in on Gabby and uses the Abaddon as he does so. That was such a nice play from him to get the Aegis, because you don't get the Aegis there if the Abaddon is able to just shield up Gabby and heal him back up. So they may be able to go high ground here, but with the TUSK respawning, I think SMG TUSK, you know, he's the backline jump. Abaddon's the guy who needs to be getting these shields off and not, like last fight he got caught in a Yule Scepter and couldn't shield off the Luna to protect the Aegis. So these kind of things are what's going to matter.
Setting a trap, wrap around. They find one, the Oracle, right at the start. Caught out of position. Afu trying to give up his life to make sure the rest of his team can get out, but mid one being chased. Shards just barely off the mark there, looking for the chase down. Walrus Punch afterwards. They got him in trouble. No save at all. The grip afterwards finds Moon. Raging Potato trying to stop the madness. He just throws his body in for more. Another sacrifice to the gods as T1 find all.
Luna, you take a tower, you bounce those glaives on Rat. You can't defend. Grimsford and Oracle need to hug the fountain.
I mean, this, if they go for this, how quickly are they going to go? I saw some pings for the tier 4s. They're thinking about it.
I don't think they definitely don't get thrown. Maybe Leshrac is going to be dead for a lot longer, but they'll get the one lane. Okay. And now with 4 heroes alive, they probably feel like, okay, let's, play for next Roshan or play the map control game.
It's queuing up that Swift Blink. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, SMG, that was such a huge swing back into the favor of T1, and now they're smoked up and going for another wraparound. They're showing back towards mid. Ninja Boogie, he's hiding off in the trees, does not want to get caught again, but over to the side to get him. The Walrus kick, good force staff trying to keep him alive, but not going to be able to do anything. Ninja Boogie realized it wasn't going to be enough to save him.
They almost got the +1. He TP's out just barely. And it's the Luna.
It might not even matter. Is Carl going to... Oh, wait. Walrus kick him back into the grip. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Dude, what a sick play.
That looked like a soccer move. Like he jukes him one way, turns around. They're going to get Raging Potato potentially as well. T1 are just styling. He tips Moon and everything. Let's maybe catch him a little by surprise. Often you're going to expect when the enemy team have Aegis just to defend high ground, but they want to play around this ward. But if T1 are cautious, they should maybe expect something like this. You can see Whitemon. He's running in, maybe expecting some kind of...
Oh! Gabby, he threw out the Lucent Beam just onto the high ground and it hit on the Sand King.
This is very disciplined from T1. You have Whitemon going into the trees toward the cliff on the side of the map, and then Gabby just scouting with Lucent Beams on high ground. They're just doing all these nice disciplined plays to not put themselves in any danger.
Jumps in, Walrus kick back again, but Gabby, oh wait, he did get destroyed. Look at it, the illusion. Oh, it's tearing them apart. The Luna illusion is so strong. They gotta be careful. Can they do anything afterwards?
Now, yeah.
Oh my god.
But the Walrus kick means you can't rely on this Oracle to save anyone. Ninja Boogie needs like a blink dagger or something, but even then he's blinking to die. Another kick.
Oh, mid one caught again. Tries to get away, but there's no getting away from him right now at all. They need another Dark Portrait. 7 seconds away. Raging Potato looking for the jump in. The Burrow Strike away, and T1, they're hunting. They find themselves another. Gets turned on, finds the kill. And now no buybacks. GG is called. What a turnaround from T1.
Yeah, this game looked really rough for them, and all it took was that one big fight, and then also just sniping Aegis just right from under SMG's nose. Like, SMG were the ones who had